Son of a bitch.
Groovy.
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of The Ring, a 2002 horror film that I think is really, really fantastic and just a great movie. Creepy, gets me going every time, gets the blood bumping, the hairs on my arms sticking up, the goosebumps. I think it's just a very, very effective. It's based on a novel that was previously adapted into a Japanese horror film that is also freaking awesome, but personally I like this one better, and that's probably has a lot to do with the fact that I saw it first, but yeah, that is what it is. So for those of you who haven't seen this film or don't know what it's about, basically it surrounds this whole concept of a videotape that is making the rounds, and if you sit down and you watch it, and it's relatively short, as soon as it's over, the phone will ring nearby, you pick it up and you just hear a voice saying 7 days, and 7 days later to that moment you die in gruesome fashion. So the main character in this movie, played by Naomi Watts, watches this videotape, gets that phone call, realizes what she's done, tries to figure out a way throughout the rest of the film to get away from her fate that she's brought upon herself, and throughout the film you do see what has happened to the people that have come before, so you know what is at stake for her, and you throughout the rest of the movie you're trying to figure out the origins of the video, and hopefully she's trying to figure out a way to survive what she's done to herself, and you get introduced to another group of characters that she cares about as well. And I think Naomi Watts does a great job in this movie. I mean, if she wasn't such a talented actress who just had to go on to give Oscar-worthy performances and dramas and comedies and all that kind of stuff, she could have been a scream queen with the best of them, because I mean, she's got a great scream, she's got a great scared face, she's just great in this movie from beginning to end, and you very much care for her character, you're hoping for her, you're rooting for her throughout the entire film, and I think that is one of the better parts of this film. And she has a kid in this movie who I think is a very, very interesting kid. I mean, his eyes he's spooky looking. I mean, let's just be real. He could have been a killer kid in another movie, but in this, he's instead the person that you want to protect the most, and his big eyes are also equally effective in that role, which is interesting. Who would have thought that the kid who'd be super creepy could also be the kid that you want to protect the most? But hey, I think it's absolutely true in this case, and through the rest of the film, I mean, he's very interesting. I mean, he's written in a way unlike any kid that I've seen in pretty much any other horror movie. He's very quiet. It feels like, he's kind of locked himself off from the world to a certain degree, and you see like his drawings of the ring and what his visions of what he sees coming and all that. I thought he was an interesting character. You have this guy who comes into the picture and is kind of helping Naomi Watts throughout, kind of figure things out, and you're supposed to really kind of care about him, but personally I never did all that much. I'd say he's the character that I find least interesting in it. I mean, to me, he's just kind of the boilerplate guy who's there to move things forward, and doesn't, I mean, yeah, I just don't really care too much about him at all. But you have other characters that are introduced that I think are interesting. I mean, Brian Cox is in this movie, and you find out his relationship to the being that's killing people, and the way he feels tortured by this existence of this tape. I think his performance is fascinating. I mean, he's this guy who definitely doesn't feel comfortable addressing any of the aspects of this whole scenario, and then when he kind of opens up a little bit, it's kind of horrifying. And I mean, the little girl who plays the being that's going to come and kill you, I think does a great job. She's pretty much silent, but the look on her face and her physicality, I mean, it's just completely exactly on point to kind of give you this unsettling feeling. And I think the production of what you see for the tape itself is great. I mean, this is kind of collection of disparate moments and visuals that are all very interesting, and then how throughout the rest of the film you kind of start to see what those things were, at least in some of the cases you do, and I thought that was really cool. And then the opening sequence of this film, like I said, one of the major things that I think is important is the fact that they set up what the stakes were, what could be coming for these people as a result of what they've done to themselves and watching the video, and they do that by introducing these two characters, these two teenagers that are kind of having a sleepover or whatever, and one of them, you find out, has watched the video video a week earlier, and she's played by Amber Tamblyn. And when you see what happened to her, what she looks like after death, it's just kind of quick flash moment. I mean, it is just, you have this kind of guttural reaction to it, and this fearsome reaction. Like you're afraid for her, you're afraid for the rest of the characters, the rest of the film, because you know what could be coming for them. And then right near the end of this movie, when Samara, the little girl, actually comes and kills somebody and comes out of a TV. I mean I mean, just your adrenaline just starts pumping. The moment you see her hand kind of pop out, it's just like, oh dear Lord. I mean, across the board, I think this movie was just done fantastically. I mean, Gore Verbinski, the director, just did a great job. The performances, the way that movie is shot, the visual look of it. I mean, I thought this movie was stellar. Those are my thoughts on The Ring. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you're a fan of it, if you think the original film from Japan is better, whatever. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people come check out this review and let me know what they think, which would be awesome, because I love talking to people about films. And if you are one of those people who have just come to my channel, please subscribe. Or if you just haven't done it yet, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Find out when I put out a new video and come and check it out and give me some feedback. That would be awesome. I'd love that. Other than that, have yourself a good day.